Have you ever been in a circumstance when you thought others didn't value you? Have you ever had the experience of doing a task well, coming up with a brilliant idea, or doing something genuinely beneficial for others, only to have no recognition for it? I am aware that handling this is difficult. Regretfully, others may choose to ignore or downplay your genuine value even when you behave morally, put everyone else's needs first, and make yourself available to them. In fact, you risk becoming discouraged if you persist in attempting to win over those who don't respect you. And it can be difficult to turn things around. It's definitely a bad sensation, and when it affects someone you care about, like family, friends, or a spouse, it gets even worse. The Stoic school of thought holds that we shouldn't expect approval from other people, since it's out of our control and might not occur. As a result, you should avoid waiting for it, because doing so will just lead to dissatisfaction. But what if I told you there are ways to get more attention and to become a priority in someone's life? In reality, this is very likely to occur if you comprehend and put what we're about to demonstrate into practice. You can maintain your position at the top of someone's list by taking certain actions. You can make sure that the people you care about always see you as the top priority in their lives by adhering to these 9 steps. Now that you are aware of the issue, it's time to change the way you think by discovering the fix. Let's head out. Before we get started, please watch this video through to the conclusion because each step is crucial. Step 1. The art of instilling a fear of losing. This is among the most effective psychological strategies you have to get someone to value you highly. Fear of losing something tends to drive people more than the possibility of acquiring it. You have to instill terror in someone for them to perceive you as important. Starting with emotional separation will help you achieve that. Stop discussing your sentiments and confidences with them. Start distributing your time among others in a balanced manner. They will see a decrease in your importance towards them as a result of this. It's a highly powerful method, but it must be used with prudence. They might give up on attempting to win you back if you put too much distance between you and them. Thus, you need to apply this strategy sensibly and in moderation. Step 2. Elevating your worth. Encouraging others to invest in you. You should handle this delegating phase carefully and judiciously since you want to encourage people to come closer to you rather than alienate them. Keep the following in mind. Who is most likely to value you highly? Someone who has made a significant investment in you or not? The solution is obvious. You have to give them permission to invest in you if you want them to think highly of you. There are several ways to accomplish this. You can show them that you value their time by declining plans that you know you won't be able to fulfill. Additionally, demonstrate the value of your time. Don't be available all the time, instead make them wait. They'll get the impression that you're not just anybody and that they must put in more work if they want your time. As a result, they will start to regard you as a challenge and give you more importance. Keep in mind that for this approach to be effective, you must apply it sparingly. Avoid going overboard, as this could have the opposite effect of what you intended. Step 3. The allure of mystery. Enhancing relationships through enigma. People are drawn to things that are cryptic and enigmatic. A fascination with the unknown can be enthralling and frequently strengthens interpersonal bonds. It can be advantageous to be a little mysterious in the world of relationships. Keep your personal life private if you want to be taken seriously. Right away, provide clues about your interests and pastimes without giving away too much about yourself. Give evasive answers to inquiries and refrain from going too far into your past. You want to maintain their curiosity and desire to find out more about you. They'll start to regard you as important in their lives over time. Step 4. Self-care and prioritization. A path to becoming a priority. Being selfish is not implied by this. To put yourself in a situation where you're not a priority is to prioritize your needs. For example, why would you want to be close to someone if you know they won't treat you the way you deserve? You raise your chances of being regarded as a priority by surrounding yourself with like-minded others. It's critical to keep in mind that you have no control over how someone feels about you. Your self-perception is all that you have control over. Make sure you prioritize yourself if you want to be a priority in someone else's life. Step 5. Master the art of desire and distance. Were you aware that people are frequently drawn to things that are out of their reach? That is accurate. A person's desire for something increases with their perception of the amount of work required. The saying, "the grass is always greener on the other side," is undoubtedly familiar to you. This expression represents people's propensity to become more enthralled with what they lack. This also holds true for relationships with other people. The 6th step so highlights the need of keeping this wisdom in mind when interacting with other people. It motivates you to keep a particular amount of space from others in order to draw them in. They'll come to appreciate you more in the long run if you send the message that you're not a desperate person vying for their attention. Step 6. Prioritizing quality over quantity, the art of being a priority. The adage "quality over quantity" is frequently used in relation to relationships as well as other aspects of life. You might need to make yourself less available if you want to be someone's top priority. You are more likely to be taken advantage of the more accessible you are. While this doesn't imply that you should only be accessible when it's convenient for you, it may be time to put yourself first if you frequently adjust to the needs of others. They will cherish your presence more if you convey to them that you have a life outside them and that you're not just waiting for them. Step 7. Discover the power of silence, letting others initiate to strengthen bonds. If you frequently find yourself striking up a conversation with a significant other, it might be time to back off. This could seem counterproductive because you should be the one to start a conversation if you want to become important in someone's life. The response is negative. When you're the one who strikes up conversations all the time, the other person begins to take you for granted. As they grow accustomed to your efforts, they start to regard you as less significant. What then is the other option? Just quit trying to start conversations and observe what happens. The other person will try to contact you if they genuinely care about you. Step 8. Learn how to empower your priorities, cultivating happiness and independence. It's critical to generate your own happiness and not rely on other people's happiness if you want to take precedence in their lives. Although it would be wonderful to have someone we can count on to make us feel good, putting too much stock in them to make us happy can backfire. In addition, we aren't really living our lives when we rely on other people to make us happy. Their priorities and agenda dictate how we live, which can breed animosity. It's crucial to make yourself happy if you want to be someone else's top priority. In the long run, this will not only make you happier, but it will also make you seem more confident and balanced, which will draw others to you. Step 9. The power of walking away, asserting your worth and attracting the right people. Although leaving someone we care about could be frightening, it's a necessary step. You convey that you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve by demonstrating that you're not scared to walk away. The proper person will inevitably prioritize you and work to maintain your presence in their lives. Never forget that it is your responsibility to act morally and within your power. As a result, you ought to be conscious of the fact that your deeds are proper in the eyes of other people, and you ought to feel happy about it. You shouldn't count on people to constantly give you the credit or recognition you deserve, or to always appreciate you equally. If you give it time, people will eventually begin to see you for what you truly deserve. The end is shown here. To summarize the rationale behind these 9 actions on showing others that you value their life, please make an effort to read it through. All of us have had times when we felt unimportant or neglected, but it's important to keep in mind that every one of us is on a different path in life, and that other people's priorities might not accurately represent our actual value. Rather than letting these circumstances damage our sense of self, we can turn them into chances for personal development. Setting ourselves first and attending to our happiness and well-being is crucial. Eventually, others will start to take notice of you, and appreciate you appropriately. And keep in mind that you can and should give yourself the priority you deserve, even if other people don't think the same of you. This is self-compassion and self-determination, not selfishness. By doing this, we can create more meaningful and rewarding lives, make decisions that are more in line with our objectives, and cultivate healthier relationships. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.